Hey guys, welcome to another video from the Football Herd. Hope you all are doing wonderfully well and had a great game week 5. If not, make sure you watch this video till the end because I will be sharing the transfer tips for the non-template players who are very promising at the moment based on their different price points. And also very quickly just wanted to say thank you to all of you for helping me reach 300 views in my last video of the Game Week 5 team selection. It really means a lot to me. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please hit like and subscribe to my channel. It would encourage me to make much more quality content for you, right? So without further ado, let's get started. So first, quickly we'll look at how my team fared in Game Week 5. It was a somewhat satisfactory game week for me, where I got 75 points in total and my current points tally stands at 329. I also got a small green arrow and my overall rank stands at 1 million right now, and I have a squad value of 101. To start off, my goalkeeper David Raya gave me 3 points since he was not able to keep a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, and the match ended in a 1-1 draw in which we saw the likes of Crystal Palace concede a lot more chances than Brentford. So Raya had to make 3 saves that fetched him an extra added 1 point. Now coming to my defenders, none of them could keep a clean sheet apart from Cancelo, who gave me 12 points because he also contributed to a goal. The likes of Trent had a very quiet game as he could not conjure any assists or contribute to any of the attacking moves that led to a goal. The same goes with Perisic. He had also a quiet game, but he attempted 8 crosses in the entire match and played a good game, but none of his crosses contributed to any goals from the likes of Harry Kane or Son. So he gave me a disappointing 1 point. Now coming to my last defender, that's Lewis Dunk, whom I had brought in the last minutes of the deadline for Game Week 5. It was very disappointing to see him score an own goal, and that's why he fetched me -1. I had shown faith in him because the likes of Brighton gave 3 clean sheets back to back in game weeks 2, 3 and 4. However, against Fulham, they were unable to keep a clean sheet. Now coming to my midfield, where I had the likes of Mohamed Salah, Leandro Trossard, Martinelli and Neto. A couple of them gave me attacking returns and a couple of them blanked. Our captain Mohamed Salah contributed to a couple of assists against their tightly competed fixture against Newcastle, where there was late drama, and thankfully Salah got that second assist. Otherwise, we the Salah captainers would have been in a very tight spot, considering the way that Erling Haaland is running riot and again scored another hat-trick, and that fetched him 17 points. Now Trossard also had a very quiet game and he gave 2 points. However, Martinelli scored 1 goal and could have had a couple of more assists if Saka would have tapped in a few, and he missed certain glorious chances. And Neto was also disappointing like he has been, and he is someone that I'll be looking to sell this game week. Now coming to my strikers, Gabriel Jesus gave me 6 points as he scored 1 goal. And the last but not the least, Erling Haaland, the man of the hour and the king of FPL right now this season, scoring back-to-back hat-tricks and again fetching 17 points this game week 2. So that concludes the game week 5 review. And now let us move on to the next segment. In this segment, we will be discussing about transfer tips for game week 6 specifically, with the next couple of game weeks in mind. I have structured the segment position-wise, namely starting from the goalkeepers, then the defenders and the midfielders and the forwards. And also I have classified each player under the segments named as buy, sell and watch. So first I will be talking about the goalkeepers, and amongst the goalkeepers in the buy category, I have chosen Sanchez from Brighton. Brighton have a very favourable run of games and they face Leicester at home for game week 6. Now it's very much worthy to mention that Leicester haven't been great offensively, and they have only attempted 43 chances, and that ranks the second lowest in this year's Premier League. Only Bournemouth have created fewer chances than Leicester. So we can definitely expect the likes of Sanchez to keep a clean sheet against Leicester and the games to come ahead. Now the goalkeeper that I would recommend to sell is Ward from Leicester, just because they are not keeping clean sheets and it's just a 4 million placeholder in my opinion. And if you want that just a couple of points from your rotation goalkeeper, then you can probably keep him. But I am looking forward to sell Danny Ward, and sooner rather than later his 27% ownership will go down and his price will definitely fall. And I'm not quite a fan of absorbing price drops. Now the goalkeeper that I will keep close tabs on is Dean Henderson from Nottingham Forest, more so for their Game Week 6 fixture against Bournemouth at home. And we all know how miserable Bournemouth have been performing. In addition to that, Henderson has been the highest scoring goalkeeper with 30 points in just 5 fixtures. And going ahead, I'm quite convinced that not only the penalty save that he did impress me, but also the number of saves that he is doing. And he's someone that rakes up the BPS as well and gets a lot of bonus points. He already got bonus points in 2 fixtures. So in my opinion, Dean Henderson is someone that I'm keeping close tabs on, and probably I'll bring him in the coming game weeks. Now coming to the defenders, in the buying category, I have Kieran Trippier from Newcastle. Newcastle face a Crystal Palace side in an away fixture and have a favourable run of games from Game Week 6 till Game Week 10, where they face the likes of West Ham in an away fixture on Game Week 7, then Bournemouth, then Fulham, then Brentford. Trippier is also a very attacking fullback, as we all know, and his stats are also very good. He has 1.56 xG and takes all the set piece for Newcastle. And in my opinion, he is one of them who would love to be called in the England squad for the World Cup. So he will give his level best in this short stint. In the selling category, in the defenders, I have kept Perisic, just because he played 90 minutes in the last game. So there is a chance of him setting out in this upcoming fixture against Fulham. And not only that, but also the difficult games that they have on Game Week 7. They face Man City, then they have Arsenal at Game Week 9. So they have a kind of a tricky fixture run in the Game Week 6 to Game Week 10. The sell of Perisic is entirely due to the fixture congestion and rotation theory, and he is someone that I would love to keep in my team, but due to the managing of the minutes that I'm sure Antonio Conte is looking forward to, I will recommend you to sell Perisic as of now and opt for players that are confirmed starters even in this rotation. In the watchlist segment, I have selected the budget option from Brighton, who is not Lewis Dunk but Estupina. The Ecuador international is playing in the very lucrative left wing back role in Brighton, and has a very high expected goals involvement in the 3 games that he featured. We can see directly that Estupina is very much involved in the attacks, and he's closely linked up with the likes of Trossard, Caicedo and Pascal Gross. And if you want both the defensive return and the attacking return from any of the Brighton assets, I think Estupina can be a very lucrative option. Now we arrive at the midfielders, and in the midfielders, in the buying category, I have kept Raheem Sterling from Chelsea. Chelsea face a West Ham fixture at home for Game Week 6. And if you have the funds and if you're looking for a midfielder in the range of 10 million, Raheem Sterling right now is the best option in my opinion. More so because in the deadline day, I'm sure Aubameyang will sign for Chelsea as things stand, and that will give them a focal point in attack, and probably the expected assists or the goals from Raheem Sterling will only keep mounting. You see what I did there? Mount in, up. So basically, Raheem Sterling is a better upgrade of Mason Mount of the previous season from Chelsea. Now the midfielder to sell, according to me, is hands down Pedro Neto. I have said this n number of times and I'm regretting it immensely that I had opted for him, and he disappointed me like in anything. and now is the right time to sell him, in my opinion. And in the watch list category, I'm keeping close tabs on Aronson from Leeds, and also Harrison in that same price bracket, and also Sinistera. These are the three very good Leeds assets in my opinion, and also you can call them as the Rodrigo replacement, right? And given your financial constraint and the price bracket that you're looking forward to, you can opt for either one of them. And in my opinion, I'm keeping close tabs on Aronson because he seems to be the person who's much more adept to giving me assists, not only goals, and he is the much more creative outlet according to me. So I'm keeping close tabs on Aronson, and this game week they face Brentford in an away fixture, so that's even more spicy. Now we arrive at the forwards. In forward, in the buying category, I have opted for Alvarez from Manchester City. The South American has played 150 minutes in the first 5 game weeks and is fresh and young and priced at only 6.2 million right now, and has a positive XG delta. And in my opinion, he will play a lot of games in this fixture congested tenure, and in his price range, you will not have another player who's that much amazing. The likes of Mitrovic will cost you 6.7 million, and then again the likes of Tony will cost you more than 7 million. Watkins too, the same, right? So in my opinion, if they play the whole 90 minutes, that will be equivalent to a 60-minute or a 50-minute stint from Alvarez, just because Manchester City score a lot of goals, and he will contribute. In the selling category for a forward, I opted for Jamie Vardy. This was a very straightforward pick because Jamie Vardy has been very poor this time around with only a couple of assists in the first 4 fixtures of this Premier League, and his price is constantly falling from 9.5, it's 9.3 right now. So right now it's a sell from my opinion. In the watch category for a forward, I have opted for Isak from Newcastle United. What a debut the lad had. He faced a stiff Liverpool side at Anfield and nearly scored the second goal, only to be ruled offside. And in that 63-minute stint, I am sure everyone is very much impressed with Isak. And as I have mentioned earlier, that Newcastle have a very favourable run of games after Game Week 5. From Game Week 6, they have Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford, and a very, very, very good run of fixtures. So he's someone that I'm keeping close tabs on, and probably from Game Week 6 or 7, I'll definitely opt for him if I need that third forward placeholder in my team. So guys, that concludes my transfer tips for this game week and the game weeks to come. Now let's look at how my team is shaping up for the Game Week 6. In goal, I have kept David Raya, who face a Leeds side at home. Leeds have taken around 61 attempts in the first 5 game weeks. That boils down to around 7.8 minutes per shot. So I am expecting that Raya will be able to have a lot of save points from this match, even if he fails to keep a clean sheet. Now coming to the defenders, I have a back 5 of Trent, Cancelo, James, Dunk and Perisic. However, I am looking to bring in the likes of Kieran Trippier in place of Perisic. However, I have not made the final move. My updated team will be posted in my Twitter account, so do make sure to follow me in my Twitter. And just before the deadline, I will be posting the final locked-in team. Amongst the defenders, I am quite hopeful that this will be a very fruitful game week because Trent faces an Everton side, Cancelo a Villa side, James West Ham, Luis Dunk faces Leicester side, and Perisic will have a Fulham home game. All the games that I have mentioned, it is equally likely that my defenders will be able to keep a clean sheet. The clean sheet probability of Liverpool against Everton is the highest, and I am also having high expectations from Luis Dunk after his own goal in the last game that costed me a lot, that he will resurrect and have a very good game against Leicester this time around. I have kept the same 3-man midfield like Game Week 5 of Mohamed Salah, Leandro Trossard and Martinelli. Salah faces an Everton away game, which should be a high-scoring game in my opinion, and Liverpool can run riot. I'm also having high hopes from Trossard because his underlying stats are wonderful,
and we can see a haul from him as well. And we all know what Martinelli is doing, but they have a tough fixture against United, who seem to have got back in form.
In strike, I have Gabriel Jesus and Erling Haaland, and I'm quite optimistic this time round also that Erling Haaland will start against Villa, and we are looking forward to goals galore. Having said that, I'm also thinking of adding a third striker in the subsequent game weeks. For after I bench Neto and have some fund, then I will be able to upgrade Archer to the likes of Isak or Mitrovic or Ivan Toney. But as of now, I'm sticking to the 5-3-2 formation. Now the same dilemma of captaincy pick. In the last game week, I was lucky enough to have that shoulder assist from Salah that fetched me 20 points. Otherwise, it would have been a huge loss. Just because the effective ownership of Haaland was massive and he scored a hat-trick in 30 minutes only. Having said that, Mohamed Salah has the highest number of chances created amongst the Liverpool players, and his XG is also very high, and his expected minutes are also quite higher than Erling Haaland. So probably I'll keep Salah as my captain for game week 6 also, and I'll wait for some late team news. And if I see that Haaland is starting, then probably I might switch. But 90% I'll stick to Mohamed Salah for game week 6. So that concludes my game week 6 team selection video with my transfer tips. Do let me know, guys, in the comments below whom you are captaining. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel. And once again, welcome to the herd. And see you guys in the next one.